I am speaking to you now, not as noise, not as another voice passing through your day, but as a messenger sent to meet you right where you are. Listen carefully, because this is not comfort made of soft lies. This is truth meant to heal you. God says, you were never hard to love. You were never too much, never too sensitive, never too intense, never too deep, never too quiet, never too honest. You were simply placed among souls who could not hear your frequency. And when people cannot hear your frequency, they will call your song noise. They will call your devotion weakness. They will call your boundaries pride. They will call your heart a burden. But heaven never called you difficult. God never looked at you and sighed. God never regretted your depth. God never wished you were smaller. Scripture says, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. That includes your emotions, your intuition, your hunger for meaning, your refusal to live shallow. You were designed with intention, not error. Some of you spent years trying to edit yourself so others would stay. You lowered your voice. You softened your truth. You explained your pain too politely. You apologized for needing reassurance. You swallowed tears to avoid conflict. And still, they left. They misunderstood. They blamed you. Not because you were wrong, but because they were not aligned. Even Jesus, the purest love to ever walk the earth, was rejected by those closest to him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. John chapter 1, verse 11. If rejection touched him, why did you think it meant something was wrong with you? You are not hard to love. You are hard to fake. And fake love cannot survive in your presence. 3. Your spirit demands truth. Your heart requires depth. Your soul recognizes when affection is conditional. That is why shallow connections exhaust you. That is why surface conversations drain you. That is why being misunderstood hurts you deeply. You were not built for half love. God is not removing people from your life to punish you. He is removing them to protect you. For the Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Psalm 145:8. Compassion is protection, and sometimes protection feels like loss. I know. You replay conversations at night. You wonder if you asked for too much. You wonder if you loved the wrong way. You wonder if silence means you failed. But heaven says you did not fail. You were faithful, and faithfulness exposes incompatibility. Do not curse your sensitivity. It is discernment wearing skin. Do not hate your longing. It is evidence you were created for covenant, not convenience. God says, I am not changing you. I am changing who can reach you. Place. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Transformation is alignment, not erasure. Some of you are grieving people who are still alive because you finally see they could not love you in the way your spirit requires. That grief is holy because it marks growth. You are not abandoned. You are being repositioned. Pause. And while you are here, take a moment, breathe, and if this message is touching you, so you stay connected to words meant to strengthen you, like this video, so it reaches others who feel unseen, and share it with someone who keeps blaming themselves for being deep. Comment a powerful word right now. Write, I am not hard to love, and let your fingers agree with heaven. I see the weight you carried quietly, being the strong one, being the understanding one, being the one who forgave again, being the one who stayed longer than you should have. God saw it too. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Close, not distant, not impatient, close. Some people only loved you when you made them feel powerful, but withdrew when you needed tenderness. That is not love. That is control wearing affection. You do not intimidate healthy people. You reveal them. Art did not leave because you were unlovable. They left because your authenticity threatened their masks. Jesus said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Matthew 5:8. Purity of heart is clarity of intention. You were clear. They were conflicted. Stop asking why they changed. Start thanking God for showing you. Soul knows when love is real. That is why fake warmth makes you cold. You were not created to chase consistency. You were created to recognize it. I know it feels lonely now, but loneliness is not always absence. Sometimes it is transition. Elijah thought he was alone, yet God reminded him there were still thousands aligned with truth. So too, at the present time, there is a remnant chosen by grace. Romans 11:5. There are souls who speak your language, who will not ask you to dilute yourself, who will not punish you for honesty, who will not withdraw affection when you express needs. They are not late. They are prepared. Before they arrive, God is teaching you to stop negotiating your worth. You do not need to explain why you feel deeply. You do not need to justify your boundaries. You do not need to earn basic respect. Love that requires self-betrayal is not love sent from God. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Romans 12:18. Peace does not mean tolerance of harm. Peace means alignment without war. Some of you stayed because you hoped they would grow, they would understand, they would meet you halfway. But God says, do not wait for someone to become what I never assigned them to be. Release is not rejection, it is obedience. If this is resonating, pause, like this video, and share it. Someone else needs permission to stop blaming themselves. Comment, another powerful word. Write, alignment is coming. You were never meant to be accessible to everyone. You are sacred, not public. Jesus did not entrust himself to everyone, even while loving everyone. But Jesus would not entrust himself to them, for he knew all people. John chapter 2 verse 24. Wisdom is selective vulnerability. You are learning that now. The reason past love felt heavy is because you were carrying more than your share. Reciprocity is not begging, it is balance. God is restoring balance. The love coming toward you will not confuse you, will not make you anxious, will not require constant reassurance. For God is not a God of confusion, but of peace. 1 Corinthians 14:33. Peace will recognize you when it arrives. Until then, do not dim your light. Do not harden your heart. Do not rewrite your story to fit those who left. You were never hard to love. You were simply rare. And rarity requires matching frequency. Stay here. Stay present. Stay open. Subscribe to Angelic Lights so these reminders keep finding you. Like the video, share it, and speak life in the comments. I am still with you, and heaven has not finished aligning your path. I am still speaking. Do not drift, because what comes now is for the part of you that almost gave up. God says, stop measuring your worth by how long someone stayed when they were never meant to remain. Some people were lessons, not lifetimes. You were trying to build a home with people who only wanted a shelter, temporary, convenient, easy to leave. That does not make you foolish. It makes you hopeful. Hope is not weakness. Hope is holy. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Notice, God did not say plans to keep everyone with you. He said, plans for you. Some exits were necessary, because where God is taking you requires emotional maturity, spiritual depth, and clean hands. You could not bring everyone. That season where you felt overlooked, talked over, unseen, was not rejection. It was redirection. He was moving you away from environments that kept shrinking you. You kept asking, why do I always love harder? Why do I care more? Why am I the one who tries? Because you were trained for covenant, not convenience. People who are built for covenant feel pain earlier because they sense misalignment sooner. That does not make you broken. It makes you discerning. The spiritual person judges all things, but is himself to be judged by no one. 1 Corinthians 2:15. Your spirit knew before your mind accepted. That is why your body reacted before your logic caught up. God listens to the language of your body, the exhaustion, the tight chest, the restless nights. Those were not weaknesses, they were warnings. Some of you stayed because you believed love could heal everything. But love without truth becomes self-abandonment. God never asked you to bleed to prove loyalty. For I desire mercy, not sacrifice. Matthew 9:13. You sacrificed peace to keep people comfortable. He is restoring your peace now. I know you feared that choosing yourself meant becoming selfish. But God says self-respect is not pride. It is stewardship. You are responsible for the condition of your soul. If this is speaking to you, pause for a moment. Subscribe to Angelic Lights so you stay anchored to messages like this. Like this video so truth outruns shame, and share it because someone you love is still blaming themselves. Comment a powerful word. Type, I choose alignment. Some of you were labeled difficult because you asked questions that exposed dishonesty. You were called dramatic because you refused to normalize neglect. You were called needy because you expected consistency. Heaven calls that clarity. Jesus flipped tables when truth was being distorted, and you flipped expectations when love was being diluted. There is nothing wrong with you. What is wrong is a culture that fears depth, because depth requires accountability. You cannot be deeply loved by someone who refuses to deeply see themselves. That is not your burden to fix. The heart is deceitful above all things. Jeremiah 17:9. Not every heart is ready for reflection. That is why God is teaching you to stop chasing closure from people who avoid accountability. Closure is internal, not granted. You do not need their apology to heal. You need your permission to move on. Some of you are waiting for them to finally understand. But God says, understanding is not required for release. Forgiveness does not mean access. Jesus forgave yet he still walked away. You can forgive and still choose distance. That is wisdom. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Guarding is not closing, it is filtering. You are learning who earns closeness, not who demands it. The love coming will not rush you, will not confuse you, will not make you compete. It will feel calm, even in passion, because God's love does not come with chaos. Some of you mistook anxiety for chemistry, but peace is the true sign of alignment. When it arrives, your nervous system will rest. Until then, do not go back to what God already revealed. Loneliness can lie, but discernment does not. If you feel tempted, remember, God removes people who would delay your destiny. You are not behind, you are being refined. Gold does not argue with fire, it trusts the process. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him. Romans 8:28. All things, including heartbreak, including silence, including endings. Nothing was wasted. You are not hard to love. You are just no longer available for half-hearted connection. That is growth. Stay present. Stay gentle with yourself. Subscribe to Angelic Lights. Like this video, share it, and keep speaking life in the comments. I am still walking with you, and heaven is still aligning. What can finally hold your heart? Stay with me, because this next part is for the moment you almost went back to what God already pulled you out of. God says, do not confuse familiarity with safety. Just because it feels known does not mean it is anointed. Some of you were tempted to return, not because it was good, but because it was familiar. Familiar pain can feel easier than unfamiliar peace. But peace is what you prayed for. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26, verse 3. Peace is not boring. Peace is regulated. Your soul is learning what calm feels like after years of emotional noise. That is why silence feels strange. That is why stability feels unfamiliar. You are detoxing from chaos. You were never addicted to people. You were addicted to hope. Hope that they would change. Hope that love would be enough. Hope that patience would be rewarded. But God says hope must be placed in me, not in potential. Cursed is the one who puts trust in man. Jeremiah 17:5. That does not mean do not love people. It means do not make people your source. Some of you made relationships your altar, and God had to dismantle it so you could breathe again. That breakup, that distance, that sudden silence was mercy in disguise. P. It stopped the bleeding. You normalized. You were bleeding slowly, so you did not notice. But heaven noticed. God does not heal you by numbing you. He heals you by waking you up. That awakening hurts, but it saves your future. If this message is awakening something in you, subscribe to Angelic Lights so you keep receiving truth without compromise. Like this video so it finds others who are waking up too, and share it because someone needs confirmation they are not crazy. Comment another powerful word. Type, I trust God's removal. You are learning that love does not require constant proving. Real love recognizes without interrogation. You should not have to audition for affection. Jesus never chased approval. He walked in assignment, and he said to them, follow me. Matthew 4:19. He did not beg, he invited. That is your new posture. Invitation, not persuasion. Those aligned will come willingly. Those who resist were never meant to stay. Some of you are grieving the version of yourself that tolerated less because you did not know better. Do not shame her. She survived. She kept you alive until you were ready to grow. Now you know, and knowing changes everything. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. 1 Corinthians 13:11. This is not bitterness. This is maturity. Parentheses. I can love you and still walk away. Maturity says, I can forgive you and still choose distance. Maturity says, I no longer explain my worth. You are not cold, you are clear. And clarity scares people who benefit from confusion. That is why some resisted when you began setting boundaries. Boundaries expose intention. Those who love you will adjust. Parentheses. Those who use you will resist. Both reactions are information. To read it without arguing with it. Stop trying to be understood by those committed to misunderstanding you. Jesus was misunderstood and still fulfilled destiny. You do not need consensus. You need obedience. The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. Ordered, not chaotic, not accidental. Every ending was placed with precision. You did not lose them. You were released, and what is released cannot follow you where you are going. Some of you feel lighter now, even while grieving. That is confirmation. Grief with peace means alignment. Pain without peace means warning. You are learning the difference. Do not rush the healing. Do not numb the feeling. Let God finish the work. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. Be completion, not abandonment. You are closer than you think. The love meant for you will not compete with your calling, will not ask you to shrink, will not punish your honesty. It will feel like rest. Until then, rest anyway. Rest in God, not in people. Subscribe to Angelic Lights. Like this video, share it, and keep declaring truth in the comments. I am still here, and heaven is still speaking. Do not stop listening, because this part is for the version of you that is finally learning to sit still without guilt. God says, you do not need to rush to replace what I removed. Some of you feel pressure to fill the silence, to distract the emptiness, to prove you are okay. But silence is not emptiness, it is space. Space is where alignment happens. Even Jesus withdrew from the crowds to be alone with the Father. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Mark 1:35. If he needed solitude, why do you shame yourself for needing it? This quiet season is not punishment, it is preparation. You are being recalibrated, so you no longer mistake intensity for intimacy. Real intimacy is steady, not dramatic. You are learning that consistency is louder than words. Some of you grew up having to earn love by being useful, by being agreeable, by being strong. So when love is offered freely, it feels suspicious. God is healing that. You do not have to perform to be chosen. You did not choose me, but I chose you. John 15:16. Chosen, before effort, before perfection. That is why you felt exhausted, trying to keep people. You were trying to earn what should have been given. God is unteaching you that survival pattern. If this is touching you, pause again, Subscribe to Angelic Lights so you continue this healing journey. Like this video, share it, and comment a powerful word. Type, "I'm chosen." Some of you were told you are too emotional. But God says your emotions are not the problem. Unhealed environments were. Your tears were language. Your silence was language. Your withdrawal was language. They just did not want to listen. Jesus wept, and no one accused him of weakness. Jesus wept. John 11:35. Shortest verse, deepest truth. Tears do not mean you lack faith. They mean you care. You were never hard to love. You were just loving in places that could not hold you. Imagine pouring clean water into a cracked container. You would not blame the water. Stop blaming yourself. God is placing you among vessels that can hold what you carry. This is why your standards feel higher now. It is not arrogance, it is alignment. You have seen what happens when you settle. You will not unsee it. Do not apologize for wanting depth. Do not apologize for asking direct questions. Do not apologize for needing reassurance. Healthy love reassures naturally, for perfect love casts out fear. John 4:18. If love makes you afraid to speak, it is not perfected. Some of you stayed silent to avoid being abandoned, but silence cost you. Yourself says. God is restoring your voice. Your voice will not scare the right people. The right people will lean in. You are not too much for someone who is ready. You were just too real for people who preferred masks. That season taught you discernment, not distrust. You are not closing your heart, you are closing doors. There is a difference. Jesus said, "I am the door." John 10:9. Doors open with permission. You are learning to give permission wisely. The next connection will feel different. You will not have to chase clarity, it will be present. You will not question their intentions, their actions will answer. You will not feel anxious, waiting for replies. Peace will speak louder than promises. Until then, let God be enough. Not as a slogan, but as a source. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23:1. Not lacking, not begging, not chasing. Some of you are learning how to enjoy your own company for the first time. That is not loneliness, that is freedom. Freedom scares the wrong people, because free souls cannot be controlled. God is proud of your growth. You did not get here by accident. You survived what was meant to harden you and came out softer, but wiser. That is rare. If you feel seen, stay connected. Subscribe to Angelic Lights, like this video, share it, and speak life in the comments. I am still with you, and this alignment is only beginning. Now, hear this clearly. This is the final word for your heart today. God says you were never hard to love. You were simply waiting for souls who could match your frequency. The pain you endured was never a reflection of your worth. It was a mirror, showing who could not meet you and who was not ready. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every departure was a divine act of protection, not punishment. God has always been with you, watching, guiding, shaping your path, even when it felt like silence. You are not too much. You are enough, more than enough. Your emotions, your depth, your sensitivity are not flaws. They are divine signatures of a soul built to love profoundly, and to be loved profoundly. The love that is coming will not require you to shrink. It will not confuse you. It will not drain you. It will be steady, peaceful, reciprocal, and anchored in truth. Until that love arrives, trust the process. Trust the removals. Trust the quiet. Trust the growth. God says you are not alone. You are not forgotten. And your heart will find its match. Stay anchored in faith. Stay aligned with your truth. And continue to cultivate your peace. Subscribe to Angelic Lights. Like this video. Share it. And comment a powerful word. Type, "I am ready for alignment." Heaven is orchestrating everything in perfect timing for your joy, your destiny, your fulfillment. Walk forward confidently, with love in your heart, wisdom in your steps, and hope as your guide. God sees you. God loves you. God has never abandoned you. You are ready to receive what you were always meant to have. Amen.